Hey, good Friday morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. I do think I have some decent news for the weekend. We'll get into that. Not a just a fantastic weekend, but really not too bad. And I'm already seeing the signs of the next wave of wet weather that comes in next week. So let's get to that too. So here we go. And here's the radar. One word of caution on times like this with radars. Looks dry, right? Well, we have cool air coming across the Great Lakes, so you can get a lot of drizzle that doesn't show up. Here's a good example of it right down in here. This is probably drizzle, and sometimes it can be vigorous enough drizzle that it gets you wet. So be careful with that. It's going to be drying out today. We'll have a dry day today, and temperatures head toward 60 degrees. Here is the radar forecast. We start right now, and then we go through the afternoon. The rain waves missing us to the south and east. Hey, good morning, Pam Martin from Nashville, Michigan. And another word of caution, this kind of pattern. When we get any little wave in the atmosphere, since we're so wet, since the atmosphere is so wet, it can set off just a random shower or two. So even though it's a dry forecast for the weekend, if you roamed all about Michigan, you could probably find a 15-minute, half-hour shower here and there, but nothing that's of big significance, and it would just be the kind of waited out type deal. So radar forecast kind of shows that a couple little spotty quick showers through the night tonight, but nothing substantial. And then let's see. Hey, good morning, John Robert Williams from Traverse City. Then we go into the weekend, and rain missing lower Michigan to the south. This is Saturday midday. And so again, the border counties, you might flirt with a few showers, but the rest of lower Michigan should be dry. UP should be dry on Saturday. And as we go into Sunday, here is a frontal system that has some spotty showers with it coming across the UP, but not affecting the lower peninsula. So yes, believe it or not, 2 dry days on the weekend. That's pretty nice, isn't it? All right, now, high temperatures today. Where there's cool weather and wind off of the lakes, then we'll look at temperatures in the upper 40s to about 50 degrees in the thumb. Hey, good morning, Lisa Torregrossa. On the west side of the state, okay, I guess. Temperatures in the 50s. You'll need a jacket today. Tomorrow gets a little bit better. Low 60s, 60 to 65, let's call it. Western and northern lower. Still chilly in the thumb. About 60 degrees or so. Sunday, that's looking better, isn't it? About 70 degrees is going to be a common high temperature on Sunday. Maybe start to dry the mud out a little bit. But that drying won't last long because we'll get back into the showers by Tuesday, it looks like, if not Monday in places. This is Monday, and then Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and Thursday, and what you're seeing there as we cool down is that we have more cloudiness and rain showers. And by the way, I was by someone in Jackson yesterday. They own a greenhouse, something. They plant stuff outside, and they said, do you think it's safe yet? We typically use that Memorial Day weekend thing, but I think sometimes that's waiting a little too long. In this case, I think you better wait 10 days and then see what's going on, because there's still cold air poised just to our north or in southern Canada. What it would take is a rainy, cloudy day during the daylight hours, hold temperatures down into the low to mid 50s, and then that rain ends and the sky's clear right after sunset, and then we would cool down. And the models that I look at have some 36, 37 degree temperatures late next week, which says if it's off by a couple of degrees, you're still in the frost capability. Now, having said that, if you can cover something up, might be okay. Probably won't do real great in cool wet weather, but it might get established too. So we'll look at next week's round of wet weather. Is there a high mold count? I would imagine there is, just because of the wet weather. I haven't seen the actual counts of mold, but stands to reason. So we're into the weekend and we're dry. Now we go into Monday, and the next storm system starts coming out into the Rockies, and then it sends that several waves of rain. Hey, good morning, Cincinnati. And by the way, I don't like the full moon planting thing. A lot of old timers use that. I just don't see any scientific reasoning to that. So this is Tuesday evening, and you can see the stretched out area of showers, and you can also see the tropical connection again. And so we're into Wednesday, and it's showery, and we're into Thursday, and it's showery. Now, if I do see one good thing, is that everything's showing a big high building in late next week, and it might be something that holds tight and guides storms around us for 4 or 5 days. So maybe that's a drying opportunity or a first start to some drying. I'm out 16 days here, and there's still plenty of storms around. So I don't think this is something that is a major pattern change coming up, that we're going to go dry for several weeks. I think we're going to get a break, maybe a 5 to 7 day break in the rain coming late next week. But prior to that, we have another ½ inch to maybe 1.5 inches solid rain across lower Michigan. So there you have it. Today, improving conditions and drying conditions. The weekend really pretty nice. Sunshine and temperatures in the 60s to near 70 degrees by late afternoons. You still need a jacket in the morning hours. Robin Powers wants to know, how's the weather look like in Midland this Saturday? Looks good. Looks like temperatures will be in the 50s in the morning, 60s in the afternoon, and then fairly dry conditions and sunshine too, so should be pretty nice. We'll watch next week another round of rain. I'm starting to track the lake levels because I have found that the Corps of Engineers lake level forecast is usually pretty conservative. Usually uses a curve that calls for average rainfall, average runoff. When you get into those wet periods, they tend to undershoot the forecast, and I'm noticing that already. I'll have a post on that next week, but today I'm going to talk, unfortunately, about cold air is still poised just to the north, and I'm going to write up about the next wave of rainfall on the way. Have yourselves a great weekend. Thanks for joining me this Friday morning. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.